What makes a video game replayable? This is the question of the day, if not the question of the year for myself, as I venture off into indie video game development. Because
I'm a gamer. I'm a straight up G. The occasional life is the life for me.
what's going on, everybody? I'm an occasional gamer and it is 2024. I hope y'all had a happy new year, happy holidays with your friends and family. The topic of today is what makes a video game replayable? What aspects of video game development keeps players coming back, allowing there to be an active player base past launch date? I think the answer to this is very subjective and is determined from each individual gamer. On completion of a game, you beat the game's done. What in your mind says,
wow, let's do that again?
Whether it's a single player game, a multiplayer game, a shooting game, a fighting game, is it the story? Is it the multiplayer aspect? If it's the character development, is it the journey, the soundtrack? Comment down below, let me know for yourself, what keeps you going back to the same games? Games that I often revisit are Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, Ratchet & Clank, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Plants vs. Zombies, Crazy Taxi, Uncharted 2, Mod Nation Racers, NBA Street Volume 2. I always, at some point throughout the year, I have to revisit the campaign. And the list goes on and on of games that I have on a yearly rotation that I always revisit. Nintendo is known for making timeless games like Super Smash Bros., Mario Kart, Mario Party. A big factor in video game longevity is the community. Super Smash Bros. Melee released in 2001. That game has been around longer than Nintendo intended. What made Super Smash Bros. Melee stand the test of time? Was it the likable characters, the music, the sandbox, freestyle combo system? Technical mechanics for this game that released in 2001 are still being discovered. That might be a huge factor for you if you're into that kind of stuff as a player. Speedrunning is another big factor for video game replayability. If you don't know what speedrunning is, it's basically beating a game as quick as possible. It is fascinating to see a community of gamers come together and exploit what the game developers intended. Glitching through walls and getting specific items that you should not get until the end of the game, defying gravity and launching yourself across the map to the final boss. Speedrunners play these games over and over and over, constantly trying to find new techniques, trying to find walls to glitch through in order to beat the game the quickest and obtain the world record. As I'm in the early stages of developing my own video game, I want to accomplish video game longevity. After 6 months, after 1 year, I want there to be an active player base. I don't want to say too much about the game and promise things when I don't have too much to show for it. I don't want to end up like Modern Warfare 3 campaign. Something that stings for me is watching an indie developer on YouTube. I've watched like so many game developers. When I'm not thinking about my own game and programming my own game, I'm watching other indie game developers. A lot of games get the recognition that they deserve, but after release date, 2 months go by, 3 months go by, those games are no longer being talked about. No one is streaming them. No one is making YouTube videos on them, and no one is playing them. It's unfortunate. I've watched the entire development cycle from the beginning of Punch a Bunch by Punty Pants, and he definitely did his thing when it came to developing that game. Finally releasing the game on January 19th, 2023, he made his bread, he got that game on the Nintendo eShop, and just under a year later, in the last 24 hours, he has 8 active players on Steam. This being his first game is really impressive what he was able to accomplish. From my standpoint of it, from how I feel watching the development of the game, I thought there would be a community that could potentially hold this game down. Don't get me wrong, there are some games that are just a one and done. Like you play through the campaign, you never touch it again. I'm not sure what Punty Pants intended, but some games are a one and done. As mentioned in the college dropout video, I am finishing up a course on programming in Unreal Engine. I'm almost finished the course, so I'm not just trying to go into game development blind. I have somewhat of a background in game development, but I just want to make sure I'm covering all bases when it comes to what can be achieved in the game that I want to make, the online multiplayer aspect, all kinds of aspects. When it comes to game programming, oh my goodness. You have to determine every possible outcome with any interaction that you make for your character, or that you make for items, that you make for whatever comes to your mind. Programming is no joke. I want to make sure that I am ready to tackle any situation when it comes to implementing different things for my game. But I'm definitely going to be covering more on my game in the near future, which is a multiplayer party game. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I thank y'all for checking out An Occasional Gamer. Comment down below, what games do you often come back to? It's been 5, it's been 10, it's been 15 years, but you can't just seem to let go of blank game. Let me know. Also, this is the first video of 2024. This is going to be a phenomenal year for the channel. Y'all stay tuned. Share the video with a friend, your grandma, your auntie, and your cousin. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. I'm An Occasional Gamer, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.
Thank y'all for watching the full video. I'm a gamer. I'm a straight up G. The occasional life is the life for me. We can play on Xbox, we can play on PC, but the occasional life is the life for me. I'm a gamer. YouTube entertainer, get the information, make visual explainers.